Hi, my name is Allison Dodd. I'm the ELA and reading teacher at Fairfield Elementary Magnet in Caddo Parish. I'm really passionate about reading in general. I was a child with dyslexia, and it was not something that I enjoyed. School in general, I enjoyed because of the social aspect, but that was about it. And now I have the opportunity to show kids that books can be this adventure, they can be this escape. They're more than just something that we can read for information. And so getting kids passionate and excited about reading is really why I'm in it. Today you're going to watch a lesson where my students have just read Because of Winn-Dixie, which is our unit text for Unit 2 of guidebooks. We have finally dove into the actual book itself, and they have read the chapters before you tune in, and I've given them some time to work answering questions. Then what you're going to watch is them moving around the room, having conversations with each other and me about the different questions, and then we're going to move into character traits. So one of our big focuses for the year is understanding character traits, motivations, contributions, and being able to back that up with evidence. So at the very end of the video, you'll see us doing some character work of finding evidence in the text first and then pulling the character trait from that. Some things to know about my kids. I am at a magnet school, so we have only about 20 kids in the class today because some are pulled out for Gateway. But I do have a variety of children in the room. You'll see me spend a little bit more time with some because they need that extra push, that extra help. And you'll see some really fly with it because they are on that high level and I'm trying to push them there. One change that I made from the curriculum was instead of just having the discussion, they had to take the time to write down everything first and then share. It's just working on their writing skills, their sentence building, their restate and answering, all of those things. Our main objective today is to understand Opal's new relationship with Miss Franny Block, the librarian. So we're hoping that they can pull from those questions and from the character traits to kind of gather that all together to see how Opal's life is changing because of Winn-Dixie, which is all connecting to our culminating writing task at the end of the unit. So enjoy. You just finished answering all of your questions, these discussion questions. So now you're going to have the opportunity to discuss your answers with someone else. So we're going to do the mixed pair and then you're going to share, okay? So you are asking your partner a question. They are answering it. Then they give you time to answer it too. What if you and your partner have different answers? Layla? You talk it out. Talk it out. And then what am I going to do? So if I walk up and Tony has a completely different answer, but we talk about it and actually her answer makes more sense, what am I going to do next? Jake? Fix it on your paper, right? Okay, do you have any questions? You can stand up. All you need is your pencil and your packet. Partner, ready, set, go. Oh, find it. I need a partner.
This relationship considers you an unlikely. The relationship between them is unlikely because they're very different ages.
They're very. Emma, why is their friendship unlikely? Because it's an adult and a kid. Does anybody have something different than their ages? So if you're going to tell me that she's old and Opal's young, that's what Emma said. So something different. Jake? Okay, so we know, why do we know Miss Franny Block is rich? How do we know that? Alyssa? Okay, so let's restate. She's rich because her dad bought her a library. Stop. Person close to you that you haven't been with before. Someone's going to be with me. Okay. Ready, set. No, what you're writing is an extra thing on your sheet. What are you writing down? They both like to read books. Is there anything else that makes them similar? Kendall? They both love Winn-Dixie, right? We see that someone who doesn't let dogs in the library immediately lets someone in. Avery? Thank you for restating. We talked about them reading. Luke? They both do not have friends. Why does Opal not have friends? Why does Opal not have friends? Someone I haven't heard from. Owen, why does Opal not have friends? Why are you saying she wasn't there for a while? What do you mean? She just moved to town. Why does Miss Franny not have any friends, Christian? They all passed away, right? Because she's really old. Okay, how does Miss Franny feel about being friends with Opal? How do we know? Ready, go. Well, she has no friends, right? So do you, if you had no friends, would you want some friends? Yeah.
Because I used to do it.
Okay, come back to me in 3, 2, 1. Why or how does she feel about being friends? Aiden. She feels happy because she didn't have any friends before that. How do we know she feels happy? How do we know she feels happy? Graceland, how do we know she feels happy? Okay, so that's why she's happy. What in the text, this is what I'm asking, hands down, real quick. I'm asking you, what in the text lets us know that she's happy? Antoni. She winks at her at the end. Good, I haven't heard that one. That's awesome. Layla? She accepts the dog in the library, but right when Opal asks her to be friends, Carson, you tell me.
She smiles.
She smiles. There's one other thing that she does. Luke?
She said it was grand.
I was sure both of you. What did she say? It was, yes, it was grand, right? She said that would be grand. And what did we figure out grand means from our vocabulary study? What does it mean? What does it mean, John? Delightful, wonderful, good, yay. Come back to me in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so you are going to look through chapters 6 and 7, and we are finding stuff from the book about Miss Franny Block. So do that now. I want you to read through the book. Any information that you have about Miss Franny, you're going to write down. Okay, I'm going to show you an example of how I would do this if I were you. Miss Franny Block is in charge of them all. She is a very small, I'm writing directly from the book. Very small, very old woman. She has short gray hair. Okay. Then she goes on to say she was the first friend that Opal made. So I'm going to put Opal's first friend. Now give me more examples of from the book. Carson. Scared of bears. Christian. Her dad gave her a library. Or made her a library. She could get whatever she wanted on her birthday. Anything else about her? She let Winn-Dixie into the library. So if this is not what you have, you need to have this, right? We need to be fixing it as we go. All right, Riley? Oh, she had a job at a very young age. That's good. she used to have a lot of friends. What do we know about her friends now? So we can say that. Her friends have passed. Okay, I want you to take this information and I want you to turn it into our character traits. What, because of all this that actually was stated in the text, what can we figure out about her? Okay, when you feel like you have some good ones, I want you to raise your hand. I'll come check. When you feel like you've written down some good character traits that go with her, I want you to raise your hand and I'll come check. Tough, friendless, lonely. Ooh. You ready? Good. Okay. So, what's something? All of these that you wrote down are from the book. Whenever I was asking, I wanted you to read me one of these today. When we talk about her character traits, you're going to read me one of these. Sound good? Okay. Okay, come back to me up here. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Up here. Thank you. Thank you, Luke. Thank you, Cooper. Thank you, other Luke. Thank you, Kendall. Okay. What are some character traits? We're starting with Kellen. What's a character trait for Franny Block? Hardworking, right? Why do we know that she's hardworking? She owns a library and she did when she was very young, right? What's another character trait for her? Lonely, good, lonely. Avery. She's tough. She fought a bear. She's obviously lived through a lot. Responsible, why? Okay, so you know that she had a library at a young age. There's a piece of evidence over here that we haven't made a connection to yet. And it has to do with her being her first friend and letting Winn-Dixie into the library. Amelia? She's friendly. Good. She's a turtle out of her shell. I love that. Talking about how the preacher always goes in his shell. Okay, so we just finished our lesson. I think it went really well. I think that they met our main goals, which were about finding evidence in the text to explain characters and to see how that connection between Opal and Miss Franny Block came about because of Winn-Dixie. We dove into Franny Block as a character. They looked at her psyche of why she's scared of bears, why she might be the way that she is, all of those things, and they also were able to share and back up all of their opinions with evidence. If I had to do the lesson again, I would review character traits one more time. It is one of our main goals for the year, so we've reviewed it a lot, but this group definitely needed a reminder of what is a physical trait versus a character trait, and our third grade language. Like instead of nice, we say considerate, things like that. I think moving forward, they're set. They're going to be able to apply these skills to our next character. Tomorrow we're doing Otis and Gloria Dump, and they'll do the exact same thing, and we're just removing a little bit of scaffolding every time so that at the end, by the end of our unit, they can analyze these characters on their own and they know how. We're going to pull from the text first and then analyze what the character is like. Right after the video finished, we continued working on character traits for a couple of minutes. I know we were short on time, so you couldn't see everything, but after that, they also wrote a paragraph about Franny and how Winn-Dixie became a part of that situation. So how did Opal and Franny meet because of Winn-Dixie? They applied their knowledge and they created a single paragraph outline that had a topic sentence for them, and they had to build off of that and create supporting details for that. I think it was wonderful. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.